Hi, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Here are every single detail about the Gilded Age, a historical drama series reviews and episode details. The Gilded Age is a historical drama series created by Julian Fellowes, the same writer of Downton Abbey. It is set in New York City in the late 19th century, when the city was undergoing rapid social and economic changes. The series follows the lives of two families, the Rhijns, who represent the old money aristocracy, and the Russells, who are part of the new money industrialists. The series explores the themes of class, wealth, power, love, and ambition in the era of America's rise as a world power. The first season of The Gilded Age consists of 9 episodes that aired on HBO from 24th January to 21st March 2022. The season received mostly positive reviews from critics and audiences, who praised the cast, costumes, sets, and writing. The season has a 79% rating on Rotten Tomatoes based on 76 reviews and an average score of 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb based on 2,345 ratings. Some of the highlights of the season include the introduction of Marian Brooke, Louisa Jackbuson, a young orphan who moves in with her wealthy aunts Agnes, Christine Baranski, and Ada, Cynthia Nixon, in New York. She soon becomes involved in the social and political intrigues of the city, as well as the romantic interests of Tom Raikes, Danny Benton, a lawyer who works for George Russell, Morgan Spector, the head of the Russell family. The rivalry between Agnes and Bertha Russell, Carrie Coon, George's wife and a former shop girl who rose to prominence through her marriage. Bertha is determined to break into the elite circle of New York society, while Agnes is equally determined to keep her out. Their clashes often involve their daughters Aurora, Tessa Farmiga, and Gladys, Audra MacDonald, who have different views on their roles as women in the Gilded Age. The scandalous affair between Peggy Scott, Jean Triplehorn, George's sister and a prominent suffragist, and Bannister, Michael Cerveris, a corrupt politician who is married to Armstrong, Amanda Peet, a ruthless newspaper editor. Their relationship puts them at risk of exposure and blackmail, especially when Bannister's involvement in a train accident that kills several people comes to light. The historical events and figures that are featured or referenced in the season, such as Thomas Edison's demonstration of electric lighting, Clara Barton's speech on the Red Cross, Grover Cleveland's presidency, and Mark Twain's writings. Here are the details of all episodes of The Gilded Age Season 1. Episode 1, Never the New. Aired on 24th January 2022. Marian Brooke, a young orphan, arrives at the home of her wealthy aunts Agnes and Ada in New York. She soon becomes involved in the social and political intrigues of the city, as well as the romantic interests of Tom Raikes, a lawyer who works for George Russell, the head of the Russell family. Episode 2, Money Isn't Everything. Aired on 31st January 2022. Marian finds herself exposed to a world on the brink of the modern age. She attends a ball hosted by Bertha Russell, George's wife and a former shop girl who rose to prominence through her marriage. Bertha is determined to break into the elite circle of New York society, while Agnes is equally determined to keep her out. Episode 3, Face the Music. Aired on 7th February 2022, George finds his new rail station under threat from a rival company. Marian ignores Agnes' warnings and continues to seek the company of Mr. Raikes. Peggy Scott, George's sister and a prominent suffragist, meets Bannister, a corrupt politician who is married to Armstrong, a ruthless newspaper editor. Episode 4, A Long Ladder. Aired on 14th February 2022. Marian learns more about Mrs. Chamberlain, a mysterious woman who claims to be her mother's friend. George makes a deal to benefit Bertha and secure his position in society. Peggy meets T. Thomas Fortune, a trailblazing newspaperman who supports her cause. Turner, a wealthy bachelor, makes an indecent proposal to Aurora van Rhijns, Agnes' daughter. Episode 5, Charity Has Two Functions. Aired on 21st February 2022. As Bertha, Marion and Aurora visit Danceville to hear Clara Barton speak about the Red Cross, Marion's interest in Mr. Rakes grows. Bertha reveals her past to Marion and asks for her help in securing a box at the Academy of Music. Agnes receives an unexpected visitor who brings shocking news. Episode 6, Heads Have Rolled for Less. Aired on 28th February 2022. As George fights to protect his public image after a train accident that kills several people, Agnes' status quo is disrupted by a family secret. Armstrong intensifies her campaign against Peggy and Bannister, who are having an affair. Oscar van Rhijns, Agnes' son, meets Charles Pryor, a handsome artist who shares his interests. Episode 7, Irresistible Change. Aired on 7th March 2022. As Thomas Edison's demonstration of electric lighting sparks conversation and controversy in New York, George prepares for a legal battle with his rival Vanderbilt. Bannister plots revenge against Armstrong and Peggy for exposing his involvement in the train accident. Marion receives an invitation from Mr. Rakes that could change her life. Episode 8, Tucked Up in Newport. Aired on 14th March 2022. As the Van Rhijns and the Russells travel to Newport for the summer season, tensions rise between Bertha and Agnes over their respective ambitions and values. Larry Russell, George's son and a rakish playboy, meets Elise Jones, a beautiful heiress with a scandalous secret. Episode 9, Let the Tournament Begin. Aired on 21st March 2022. As Ada and Aurora rush to stop Marion from making a huge decision that could ruin her reputation and future prospects, Bertha and Mrs. Astor's clash impacts all of New York society. The season finale ends with a dramatic confrontation that sets the stage for Season 2. If you are interested in watching the Gilded Age Season 1, you can find it on HBO Max, Vudu, Amazon Prime Video, or Apple TV. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more movie and series content.